Welcome to Cooking Up Success, a podcast where we interview like-minded entrepreneurs to see and find out their secret sauce of success. Today, we have Juan Montes. Juan is the owner and founder of SoFly Lifestyle here in Miami.
Hi, thank you so much for having me today. It's a pleasure, mate.
Oh, great. Excellent. Excellent. So, Juan, what inspired you to start the exotic car rental business and how you did get started? So, why inspired to start one and how you did get started?
Well, it basically started back in basically around four years ago. I saw an ad from somebody called Ethan Duran, and I saw his ad, and his ad was basically saying, you can drive cars for free. This Lamborghinis, Ferraris for free. So I'm like, how can you actually do that? Like, I'm curious. So I signed up, I went through the process, I paid my money to get into the course. And then after, when I got in, I became part of his sales team. And then we just developed a further relationship together. So that's when I was able to basically learn the whole industry a lot better. And, throughout the years, so these past 3 years that I've been doing the business, we had some name changes. We went from Empower Luxury Group. Then we went to Players Club Rentals. And then now what we are now is SoFly Lifestyle. So from there, it's just basically, we started basically, I'll say that I really started the business on 3 months ago. That's when we actually kind of like really took off with it and really started doing things. I'm also the CEO and founder of Players Club Entertainment, which is a record label, what we aim to do is take over the whole industry when it comes to the rap industry, when it comes to the hip hop, Latin, the trap, and all that involved. So, it was just kind of like the idea of that I can drive these cars for free, that I can live that lifestyle and not having to pay for the lifestyle, that is just being paid by, the consumer or, OTP, other people's money. So it's just kind of like the whole lifestyle behind it and the whole brand behind it is just what fell in love with me. I mean, I've been, that's it.
So basically, you saw the cars and you're like, how can I drive them? And then from there, a business born. And then you figure out how you can have them and then rent them, and that's how you started, right?
Exactly.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Pretty much. That's how
so
it went.
so tell me also, what are the unique challenges that you had for the industry when you started? You gotta have challenges, and I know because I did in our company. So what are those challenges that you had right away when you started it, and how you overcome those challenges when you started?
Well, I'm just gonna start it off with, like, this industry is a very shady and very grimy industry. I mean, everybody's just out to get you. Everybody's just for themselves. Everybody's just trying to, mess up what you have created and trying to like influence the bad on you. So it's just how you get through that is just not giving an F about it. I don't give a damn about what you gotta say, or what you gotta say. At the end of the day,
Right.
I'm gonna take over the industry, and I know I'm gonna take over. So if you're in me or you're not, like, you're just out, you feel me? So at the end of the day, it's like, I know my worth and I know what I bring to the table, and I know I won't compare myself to MVP, MPH. I consider myself 10 times better than them.
Right.
So, the top
So
companies.
what about the cars? Like, how challenging is to get cars, to get people to help you? Those cars are not cheap. You can probably do collaborations, but how hard is to actually get the cars and keep them, and then
It's very simple, because you got to think about it. A lot of these owners drive these Ferraris and these Lamborghinis, and they're paying $4,000, $5,000 a car, with insurance and all that. So if you present to them, hey, like, I got this business, you can rent the cars. It goes out 15, 25, 30 times out of the month. Once it goes out, you make your money, I make my money. You drive the car for free, and now you have an asset instead of a liability. So that's basically, it's a very simple way to do it. It's just about execution and about having a proven system to be able to present to that investor.
I like that about the system. So what are some of the strategies that you did after you start the business and then you went through some challenges? What are some of the strategies that you said, okay, now I figure out something here and now I can continue scaling it? Like, what are some strategies on that business, like, that you say, okay, this is working, let me go this way?
So I say social media is a big play.
Social media,
like, just being able to collaborate with other people, collaborate with other big influencers, collaborate with other companies. Like, the collaboration part of everything is just kind of like what takes it off, because it's not just yourself, it's an army of people promoting for you. So now it's just, you don't really have to pay for marketing. It's all done organically through you, through every channel that I have set. I'm in the Donald Trump resorts. I'm in this building. I'm in another building. I'm in the Echo. I'm in different buildings, just people passing out business cards. It's a really about setting, like, how are you really about starting your business? What are you willing to do to get out there? I'll be out here 4 in the morning, 6 in the morning, just going to building to building, passing out business cards. I don't care. I'm the CEO, but I work harder than anybody in my company does.
So the strategy is just basically go all in, promote, and let people know about you, right?
Exactly.
I agree 100%. I mean, that is the thing. So what you think, you're so young, right? And your company is young, but you have a lot of potential and the future is big, as we know. What do you think is the thing that differentiates you from the other competitors? Because as we are here in Miami and beautiful Brickell, and we know how many other companies doing the rental, exotic car rental business. So what differentiates you from them? What do you think
Well,
is what one thing that you bring to the table they're better or different than them?
well, I say our service is a VIP, one of a kind service. I mean, every car that I bring out comes with, 2 Fiji water bottles, comes with a pack of gum. Make sure it comes with the charger. It comes all fully packed
Clean,
out,
smelling
clean,
good.
smells good. No weed
Very
smell,
important.
no cigarette smell.
Okay.
It's basically, you get a brand new car out the package or a brand new yacht out the package, and we provide, like, with Eventos, we provide the event that we'll host for you. We'll
Right.
provide, the whole full luxury experience with the liquor involved, with the girls involved, whatever the case is, like the models, the whole shoot around of the SoFly lifestyle brand. So, like, what we really provide is, we provide our brand, which is a lifestyle brand. We'll let you experience that lifestyle here or anywhere in any other country. And I think, the difference is from the competitors, because there's nobody else doing, what we're doing, 50% of flights, 50% of hotels. And it's not even done through any legal sources. It's just, we know the routes like nobody else
Right.
does. Like, we buy these points out, we buy these things out. So it's like, we understand the market, we understand the travel industry like nobody has ever seen it before.
That to me sounds like one of the definitions of cooking up success, which is the name of the podcast. So I like that a lot. It's actually that right. And so what what do you think is the role of the customer experience? You mentioned about the car smelling good, the car good, the water inside, the car is clean, the availability of the car. But what you think the customer experience, what they talk about you, the reviews, all those things, how important or what you think that means to you as a business owner?
I mean, that's everything to me. I
Yeah,
mean, I'm basically, most cases, I'll personally go deliver the car to you. I'll personally introduce myself to you. I'll personally generate that personal relationship with you. It's just the way I like to do business. I like to be a more personal, in person, that I'm here to provide you that service that I
right.
promise you that I will provide you. So if I'm not busy and I have multiple deliveries at the same time, I'll have my team deployed and they'll do the same exact service that I'll do, because they're trained professionals. What we do, everybody's trained, everybody's in the people business. This is just the car industry, this is the yacht industry, the jet industry, but this business is really the people industry. We're in this for the people, for the network, Your network is your network at the end of the day. So
It is.
what
It
you
is.
build through these connections, these people, turns into your actual network, no matter what you see in your bank, what it reflects to.
This is exactly right. It's exactly what we do in our company, AA Eventos, and what's Cooking Up to Say is all about. I mean, the people, what they say about you, what they talk about you is extremely important to the livelihood and the life of your business, right? So it's something that you can never stop doing. You have to be following those clients. I agree 100%. So tell us one, and tell us to know some memorable events on things that happened to you that was like a point of the company that you was like, wow, I made it to some kind of level. Like, tell me some story of a moment that you say, wow, I made it to some certain level. Like that one moment that you can remember that you say, wow, like you were impressed because something amazing happened. Tell us.
I guess one of the two moments will be basically, I met Trippie Redd the other day, one of the artists that I just listened to and loved,
Right.
growing up as a kid. So I got to meet him in person, and now we're just, I don't disclose anything to disclose, but we're potentially working on some business together that will really excel, the company and themselves to a whole different level. I mean, last night, Trippie Redd texted my producer. So that's something a lot bigger, Little Pump texted my producer yesterday. So I feel like, realizing that these bigger stars are kind of looking at me and realizing like, what is this kid doing? Like, what is he doing? What is this 21-year-old that's hustling around, running the streets, just doing all this dumb stuff? What is he getting himself into? So it's like the mystery behind of what my life really is. It's what built this to be like the bigger thing, because it's such a bigger play that nobody knows what's involved. 8 months ago, I was sleeping in a 12 months ago, I was sleeping in a trailer with my mom, and an efficiency. So it's like seeing the lifestyle I live now compared to what I lived before. It's just kind of insane. So it's like nobody's used to like, wait, Juan is balling now, Juan is doing this now. It's just not possible. So it's just like it's all about dedication and really putting your mind into things. And when I realized that I'm literally just printing out money in a sense, and it's just like I put the number and what I want myself to be worth, it's just what really excelled me to take off.
Amazing. And that's part of your life story about living in efficiency and coming down from the bottom with your family. I identify myself someone like that. I came from Puerto Rico in 2006. No money, no English, no nothing. And we're all Latinos, how hard that is. So I have empathy for exactly what you went through with you and your family. And knowing that you're 21 and you are doing what you're doing now at this young age, well, your future is only but bright. And I cannot wait to see what happens next. So,
Thank you.
so of course. So, how you stay updated to the company trends? And what I mean by trends is, technology evolve, social media evolve. There's trends out there. Every business here we are in Brico, all these hotels, all these restaurants, they have to continue the evolution of them along with the technology because they fall behind. How can you evolve and stay with the trend on whatever it is happening with the exotic car industry? Like, how can you continue with that trend and stay put to the technology?
So, I mean, you know a little bit about me. Like, my life is just like I wake up, I don't have like a schedule. I
Right.
do this and I do that, do that, do that.
Yeah.
And like my day just goes, it goes with the flow. So it's like how I do it is just basically I'm in social media a lot. I'm posting a lot, I'm seeing a lot. I'm always looking into different people's social media, seeing like it's just like all you gotta think about is the system's there. All you gotta do is look at it, replicate it, and make it 10 times better. But everything that you want to do is already been done. It's just replicating it. I'm making it 10 times bigger and 10 times better, 100 times bigger. So essentially what I did, I put everybody's things together where we have a group chat where it's just everybody's broker, where it's from producers to entrepreneurs, to brokers, to exotic car rental companies, to yacht companies, to villa companies, to jet charters. It's essentially everything lifestyle from models to everything we have is all in one group chat of like 28 people that we transfer that traffic into a Telegram group chat where we just host everybody, and then the clients are being thrown to that group chat. So
That's
it's kind of
amazing.
like creating systems around the system, behind the system. So
That's amazing. I mean, I think that's exactly the answer to it. Like, you have to, excuse me, you have to keep up with the trend and you have to be 10 steps ahead, right? That way the evolution of your company keep growing. So I feel the same way. And that's exactly what we do with A&A Eventos and Cooking Up Success now. And also, what advice you think that you give to young entrepreneurs trying to do the same thing that you are doing? Because you better believe, right, that here in Miami, it's a city of change, it's a city of opportunities. You're looking at the economy behind us just blowing up, so much money, so much opportunity, so much of everything. So what advice do you give to young kids or young people, and social yourself, they're doing the same thing? What advice you give them?
So I'll say, man, like the biggest thing is never give up. Like I felt through depression, like the hardest depression, suicidal at times, like wanting to blow my head off. Like it's crazy. The things that I went through with depression, it's just like always remember there's light around at the end of the tunnel, and like at the end of the day, like whatever you see, you think your life is just the current reality you live in. That at the end of the day, it's bigger than what you could create. So once you understand what you're worth and what you're actually worth, I'm a high school dropout. I dropped out of 10th grade. I mean, I didn't go to school. I didn't go to college. I learned from YouTube University, from mentors, from the circle that I created, just from experiences myself. Like, It's just about like being resourceful. You don't have to go to pay a $10,000 course. I mean, I teach most people like what I do for free. Like you tell me, you DM me on Instagram, and I just tell you the game without how it is. I don't hold it back. I don't care for you to make $1 million of what I tell you, $20 million of what I tell you. Because at the end of the day, that's what I'm here for. It's like elevate and bring other people out. Like I'm not one of those greedy entrepreneurs that will just hold up that secret and tell you, it's $10,000 in order to talk to me. DM me, I'll shoot you information, and then you make your own money like yourself. It's kind of like once you understand the play, it's so easy to give out.
So, and also, it can be female, it can be man. I think that business that you're on, the exotic rentals, it can be anybody that actually has the drive and determination to do it, right?
It
That's
could
what
be
it is.
any
It
single
could be any
person, even somebody that was sleeping in the streets
Right.
yesterday. Like it doesn't matter who you are, your life could change literally with the information that we have, because it's putting everybody's information into one system, putting everybody's information from forex to cars to real estate to everything into one single group, and it's one single group, and it's nothing connected to any bad stuff that you see in the internet like the Illuminati or any stuff like that. It's just us people just trying to make everything grow and
Yeah.
and be one single person and just show love to everybody.
I agree. So with that same concept that you mentioned, all that right now, like anybody can do it, anybody can get up and go ahead and do it. Here in Cooking of Success, we basically, it's all about the mindset. It's all about the mental attitude, how you feel. You bring your, what you think, how you feel, exactly how your life will be, and whatever you think about, it comes true. You just have to believe in it. Nobody else. You have to believe in it. So in the same way, uh, what do you think? How you think is so important to have, and why it's so important to have the right mindset, the right mentality to achieve not just your business, but to achieve anything that you set yourself to, like a goal, for example. Like how important is that mindset?
I mean, I think mindset is everything. I think this
Right.
game is really 90%, mindset and 10% execution. Like at the end of the day, like if you don't have the mindset, like I would have broke down like so many times, the cars being stolen, me being in situations in places that I shouldn't be because cars being stolen, me going through emergencies that I haven't even dealt with. So it's like me realizing where I was going and where I was heading made me forget, the bitter bad that I just lived, 2 minutes ago. But it's just like understanding like where you're heading is the most important thing. Like understanding like where you really want to get to is like, sure, you have the car, but where's the destination? Where's the GPS taking us to? So it's like mindset is everything. I know I read a lot of books like Grant Cardone. I mean,
I follow record on myself.
like I mean, there's a lot of bigger entrepreneurs like Ty Lopez. A lot of these entrepreneurs like influences me to like do what I do. A great book that I read was Sell or Be Sold. That book kind of like influenced me, that changed my whole sales skills completely. I mean, investing into your own development is the most important thing you can do. There's
I agree.
nothing wrong with dropping $10,000 and going to a seminar, because you'll make that $10,000 100 times more in the next couple of years with the information you build out of that.
I agree with everything that you said. I mean, I follow Grant Cardone, I follow Ty Lopez, and that book is amazing. Also, I got to throw out there Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill,
Yes.
amazing book, and all those things. Your mindset is everything. No matter what you're going through, at the end of the day, if you have a goal, you have to go for it. So I have to ask you, what are the future, short-term, long-term future goals and the vision of SoFly Lifestyle? What is the short-term and long-term future and goals of it?
So short term right now will be basically we'll get a couple artists on board like Little Pump, Nerd, and a couple other artists that we've been in talks with. Like for example, Steve will do it, potentially getting him involved, and a lot of these
Amazing.
bigger artists and people that would just join in as one and just take over the industry together, all love and all peace and all no harmony, no wars, no anything. Like just everybody just making money and growing together. So it's like joining everybody together the next couple of weeks and just basically getting that funding and getting all the cars getting. So we'll potentially be adding about in the next 1 to 4 weeks, we'll be adding about 10 to 100 cars to my personal fleet.
Wow.
So we'll be basically, dominating the industry when it comes to what we can provide. And it's all custom made. So we actually work with artists like Alec Monopoly's team to actually paint these
Yes.
cars and make them one-of-a-kind masterpiece.
Yes.
So whatever you see that's worth, $300,000, it's not worth 6, 9, 10, 1. So You feel me? It adds a lot more value to what the cars are actually worth, thanks to what we can provide, you know, and the connections that I have built throughout the many years. We differentiate us from the rest, and I feel like in the next year or so, we'll be the dominant markets of this industry. Working with Rolling Loud now and getting artists there. We're actually working on launching a festival for summer that replaces Rolling Loud, since it's going to be done now in December. So we're working on a lot of big projects, but long-term goal in the next 10 years is basically, change the currency to one currency, which will be crypto and Ethereum, onto one currency that would just control the market, and everybody has access to just one currency. And that
That's
would be the bigger
amazing.
goal.
That's amazing. I mean, it shows a lot of promises, and it shows that you really are thinking in the short and long term. I gotta add that SoFly Lifestyle will be on Cooking of Success event on September 26th, and he's one of the sponsors over there. We're gonna have some cars in that event, September 26th, and it's gonna showcase some of these Ferrari, Lambo, and some of the cars that he has. That's gonna be pretty amazing. We cannot wait for it. Uh, so, uh, what is your personal definition of cooking up success? So, cooking up success is basically when you work so hard for success of something, whether you're in any niche, you can be a lawyer, you can be a contractor, you can be an architect, you can be a chef, you can be like yourself. So, what is your personal definition of cooking up success?
I say cooking up success is cooking up yourself, man. Like cooking up what you can cook up for the future. What can you do for humanity to make it better? Like look at Elon Musk, the only person that has thought about sending humanity to space. Like why? Because we're overpopulated, we're overcrowded. Why? Because we want to make a new space for people to grow and civilize and make maybe a new community out of it. So it's just what can you bring to the world? What can you cook up that just betters the planet Earth to just a tiny percentage better than what it was yesterday?
Well, that's a great point of view. A different take of what that is. So uh, I saw, I hit up one um, maybe like a couple months ago about the event Hooking Up Success, and then he right away answered me, and he told me, "Well, I sent you an email," and it's like, "Of course, let's do it," because he saw the opportunity, and it's all about relationships. As we know, we are in this business relationship, and he understood that, and now here we are doing a podcast together, and his life story and what his vision is and everything. It is very interesting because he came from the bottom, and I did too. And then he's just so young, 21 years old, and he is already thinking in the bigger picture, and he will do it. I have no doubt in my mind, and this is why our business relationship, is just begun from now on, and we just basically we wait and see what's going to happen with the exotic cars and his SoFly lifestyle, brand. Uh, so I cannot be any more excited to work with him and do this together and continue developing the relationship with Juan.